Royal drama is unfolding as reports claim King Charles kicked Queen Camilla out of the palace after a heated argument, even demanding her wedding ring back. But what caused such a major fallout? Was it her recent interview? Is their marriage over? With the palace in crisis mode and the public divided, this royal storm is just getting started. Windsor Castle was anything but peaceful on what started as a normal evening. Reports now suggest King Charles III and Queen Camilla had a furious argument so loud that staff members quickly left the area. Insiders say the shouting lasted nearly 45 minutes before Charles made a shocking demand. He told Camilla to leave immediately and even ordered her to hand over her wedding ring. According to security records, Camilla left Windsor Castle at 11:23 p.m. using a private exit, which is highly unusual. This wasn't a quiet, carefully planned separation like Charles and Diana's divorce. It was emotional, unexpected, and very public within the palace walls. The turning point came after Camilla's appearance on BBC's Sunday Morning, where she made remarks that didn't sit well with King Charles. When asked about the monarchy's future, she stated, "We need to adapt and move with the times. The old ways won't work forever." She also expressed her belief that her role as queen consort went beyond just supporting Charles, saying, "I believe I have a duty to help shape the future of the monarchy, not just stand by." However, the most controversial moment came when she was asked about Prince Harry's book, Spare. Instead of dismissing it, she simply responded, "Everyone will have their own version of history." These statements reportedly left Charles furious, with royal expert Robert Hardman explaining, "This wasn't just about breaking tradition. Charles has been trained his whole life to keep his opinions private. And now his wife was openly discussing royal matters on TV." As the argument reached its peak, Charles took it a step further. He demanded Camilla return her wedding ring. But this wasn't just any ring, it was a family heirloom given to Charles's grandmother, the Queen Mother, in the 1930s. The ring is valued at around £650,000 and holds deep historical significance. By asking for it back, Charles wasn't just making a personal statement. He was making it clear that Camilla's place in the royal family was no longer secure. "This was a calculated move," said royal jeweler Geoffrey Munn. That ring symbolized her acceptance into the monarchy. Taking it back sends a powerful message. With Camilla gone from Windsor, the royal family is now dealing with another major crisis. Will this lead to an official separation? Will Camilla fight back? And what does this mean for the future of the monarchy? Buckingham Palace is doing everything possible to control the situation after King Charles and Queen Camilla's big argument. Things moved quickly, starting with a 5 a.m. emergency meeting where top royal staff tried to figure out how to handle the crisis. Prince William was called from his home to help deal with the situation, and all palace employees had to sign stricter agreements to stop them from talking to the media. The palace press office was told to give a simple statement saying it was a private marital matter and avoiding any real details. In the days that followed, it became clear that something was wrong. Camilla's planned public appearances were suddenly cancelled without explanation. Meanwhile, Charles continued with his royal duties, but without his wife by his side. Behind closed doors, reports suggested there were serious talks between Charles and Prince William about the future of the monarchy. William has always been involved in long-term planning for the royal family, but now things have become much more complicated, said a palace insider. The British public quickly took sides. A snap poll by YouGov showed that 47% of people supported Charles, saying he had every right to be upset. The Queen Consort should never publicly discuss royal family matters, said Margaret, 62, from Kent. Others brought up past scandals, with one Twitter user writing, "Diana always said Camilla couldn't be trusted. Maybe she was right." On the other side, 41% supported Camilla, praising her for speaking honestly. Finally, someone in the royal family talks like a real person, said James, 34, from Manchester. Even the Daily Mirror criticized Charles, writing, "He waited 70 years to be king, and now he's pushing away the one person who stood by him?" A small percentage, 12%, weren't sure what to think. One Reddit user joked, "At least this scandal isn't about Prince Andrew." This isn't the first time royal marriages have caused chaos. In 1936, King Edward VIII gave up the throne to Mary Wallis Simpson, an American divorcee. At that time, the Church of England didn't allow a king to marry a divorced woman, so Edward chose love over his crown. The difference here is that Charles isn't stepping down as king, explained royal historian Sarah Whitmore. Another famous royal breakup was Charles and Princess Diana in the 1990s, which played out very publicly. Diana had massive public support, Whitmore added. Camilla doesn't. Some even compared it to Henry VIII's split from Catherine of Aragon in the 1500s, which led to him creating a new church just so he could marry Anne Boleyn. Of course, one historian joked, "At least this time, no one is getting beheaded." The royal crisis has left everyone wondering what comes next, with experts outlining 5 possible outcomes. The most likely scenario, 40%, is a private reconciliation where Charles and Camilla settle matters behind closed doors, followed by a joint public appearance and a carefully worded statement about working through differences. A quiet separation, 30%, is another possibility, where Camilla steps back from royal duties and lives separately while Charles continues his role alone. A more drastic outcome, 15%, would be a full divorce, which would involve complex legal issues and debates over Camilla's title. There's also a chance, 10%, that Camilla fights back by giving an interview or writing a tell-all book, which could reshape public opinion. The least likely but still possible option, 5%, is Charles stepping down and handing the throne to Prince William, though this would only happen if public trust in him collapsed. Internationally, the crisis is making headlines, with U.S. media calling it a royal marriage in trouble, while European outlets question Charles' leadership. In Commonwealth nations, discussions about removing the monarchy are gaining traction, with Australian commentators asking why they should follow a king who can't even manage his own household. What are your views on this? Do let us know in the comment section below, and for more such amazing videos, do subscribe to our channel.